Alright, at the bottom left as the red Zerg, we do have Predator. And at the bottom right as the purple Zerg, we have ZZZero. Zerg 7. And I think we are in the quarterfinals still, right? Yes, we are indeed. Perfect. So, the battle of the Polish Zergs here, and unfortunately for Predator, getting the short end of the stick with the scouting directions. Gonna get scouted first. And I always find it interesting to cast, you know, teammates or just people very familiar with each other's playstyles. I mean, I'd imagine these guys have played plenty of games against each other, like practice games or even tournament games, right? So, what kind of crazy mind games are they gonna do? Like, I think I casted them once in another tournament, didn't I? I remember, because I remember on the first game on Python, there was some kind of like overgas build. I think Zero went overgas twice in the best of 3, and Predator lost the first game and came back in the next 2 or something like that. I could be just completely making this up, but I think this actually is a thing that happened in real life. Alright, well, looks like a 9 pool coming out for Zero. Uh-oh, is Predator going to 12 hatch? We saw 12 hatch versus 12 hatch yesterday in a ZvZ, but it looks like it's not going to happen here. I remember talking yesterday about, you know, both players 12 hatching in the first game because, you know, you can take a slight risk there. It's just the first game. But it looks like Predator opting for the 12 pool, Zero going for the 9 pool. We did see a 9 pool completely smash 12 pool yesterday. I think it was in the finals, actually, of TL Open or possibly somewhere else. Definitely did see this matchup, and it did not go well for the 12 pool. Let's see how this works out. Of course, it is a 12 pool expand. That is a standard build. And crucially, excuse me, we have the scout, the overlord. He doesn't even need to go all the way in. He knows from this timing it's 12 pool expand, right? He knows exactly what the build is from seeing the hatchery timing. Now the Lings come out. The Lings can just come in here, attack this. They almost certainly can kill this, even if even if drones are pulled, I think. Well, actually, it'll be close. You can see the Lings are coming out now for Predator, so he might be able to save the hatchery, but Ling's speed will finish for Zero first, and that's going to be really, really dangerous for Predator. Actually, he doesn't even attack the hatchery. He just comes straight out. I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't try to put a little bit of damage down here. Even if it's an extra 200 damage, that does make a difference. And looks like we're just going to engage. There are 2 drones here, though, so he's got to be careful. He's coming in with more Zerglings, though. Ooh, one Zergling actually bugs out a little bit, and these drones are doing a good job, but one drone does fall. And Zero, you can see on the minimap, is rallying drones forward here. He actually just wants to keep fighting. He doesn't want to attack the hatchery at all for some reason. Oh, okay, now speed finishes. He's going in. Oh, but his Lings freeze a little bit. Oh, man, this is so bad. Oh, he kills the drone, but this is not good for Zero right now. He is getting his lair, though. What's the drone situation like? 8, 9 drones. 5, 6, 7. Wow. Okay, well, he's got a 2 drone advantage, so I guess it's fine. I guess it's actually great. You might even get another one here. Alright, I underestimated the value of killing those 2 initial drones. Also, pulling those 2, you know, he forced the 2 drones off really early, so they weren't mining the whole time, and then he also killed them off. So even though he lost his initial Zerglings, it seems to have worked out decently well for him. Now he's got his Spire on the way. The lair for Predator not even finished yet, and he's only mining with 1 on gas. So I suspect, well, I was actually added another one, but I suspect he will need Spore Colonies in order to not die. And you can see a creep colony now being made for Zero to make sure he doesn't die to just like a 2-hatch Ling counterattack, Ling all-in counterattack. And there goes the lair. But the Spire's almost done, right? It's just over halfway. Like, surely he needs spores. Because, well, I don't know. Does Zero know how far ahead his Spire was? I don't actually know if he stuck around to see when the lair finished. There's the cancel. Yeah, he definitely needs it. He knows. He knows his Spire's not in time, so he's just not going to even bother with it now. He's canceling it to save the money, and is instead making drones, and he's going to make spores. He's going to make an Evo. He can make 2 spores at each base. He can even make a sunken here if he really wants, although he's got plenty of Zerglings, so he doesn't really need it. Completely changing the game plan. That's really good. Looks like we got some Zergling smacking action. By the way, guys, do you guys find the Zergling attack sound really satisfying? Like the little, like the heavy thump. Well, it's not really a thump because it's like a bit sharper than a thump. Do you know what I mean? Like it's really hard to. I don't know how to describe that sound effect, but I don't know. I really like the sound of Zerglings attacking, especially when you have like 20 cracklings attacking something. It's like it's like they're just jackhammering down your Nexus or something. I mean, it's freaking annoying because they're killing your Nexus in 3 seconds, but I like the sound effects. Oh man, look at this micro. The 2 Muta micro. Oh no, he's gotta be careful. 19 HP. Wait, how much damage do these do? These are like 10 damage or something per shot? How much damage does a Spore Colony do? Alright. Nice. That was the damaged one as well. Oh wait, we got 2 Lings in the main though. But there is a preemptive Sunken Colony. Somehow they just ran straight through. I guess all these Lings are on hold position. They just ran straight through. Now this is where things get interesting. So Predator will not die to the Mutas because of these spores. But he just has to play completely defensively. And, you know, he did make a round of drones, so his drone count is quite healthy despite losing some here. He's got 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 10 drones at the main still. 11, 12 now. Nope, 11. Back to 11. Oh! Back to 10. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Judith made a mistake! Oh no, he got too close. That's the Overlord that was actually being grouped with the Mutalisks. He actually pulls it away just in time. So I think that was 10 drones, 17 drones for Predator, 6, 7, 8 drones, and a natural now for 0. So Predator has 16 drones, I think, to 8, something thereabouts, a massive drone advantage. Now, Judith is going to try and kill as many as he can, but this will allow Predator to catch up very quickly once his Spire finishes. He's also mining the double gas, as you can see here, but nice little Mutacrest. It looks like Predator just, you know, constantly being denied mining, losing random drones. One more Zergling does run in though. Sees nothing really useful. I don't know why he needed to run in again, although I guess he does see the hatchery at the natural, and he's going for an attack now. The Mutas are coming back though, so I don't think this is really going to do anything. Oh, well, he's killing all of Zero's Zerglings before the Mutas can get back. Is he going to be able to force a cancel? It doesn't seem like it, no. There's plenty of Mutas in the air, 7 Mutas in the air. They're just going to run around, but at least they traded away the Zerglings. One thing you have to be careful about when you're the Sporing player is sometimes your opponent can come in with a combination. He can use the Mutas to like pick off all your Zerglings, and then he can run a bunch of Zerglings in and kill the Spores with the Zerglings, and then you're completely exposed to Mutas. But it's a bit too late for that now, especially since he traded away all of the Zerglings. And now we have Mutalisk, 7 Mutas for Predator against the 7 for 0. He's all, look at that. In a single round, he's already caught up. He's already caught up in the Muta count. Now I wonder if Zero has been able to afford getting an upgrade. I'm not really sure. By the way, it looks like random Overlords out on the map. If Zero were to go and hunt these down, he could definitely do that. Although it's actually a bit risky now, because if he were to go to a random corner of the map to hunt an Overlord, Predator could just counterattack into his main and kill all his drones. So I guess actually that's not really possible anymore. Meanwhile, look at this Predator gonna get a second Overlord here. That is so... Oh, barely misses it. 14 HP. Doesn't commit to the third volley. Only does 2 volleys from the Mutas because he doesn't want to fight yet. He doesn't feel confident in the air superiority, but another random Overlord that was here. Man, Zero not keeping track of his Overlords. And looks like now Predator's going in. Now he feels confident. What is it? 8 Mutas against 10. Wow, Predator with the Muta advantage. 9 now to 7, and all of these 7 are so damaged. He's going to split 2 off in order to keep the rest alive. 5 Mutas left, and he's losing all of his Overlords. I think this is game over for Predator. He can't afford these Overlord losses. Oh man. Alright, well, now the muta's coming in. I don't think there's anything Zero can do anymore. 11 mutas. Oh, he's going in with the Scourge. See how the micro is. Boom. Okay, he lost one muta. And it looks like Mutaliska T-ball. Ah, Skoji. I mean, the game's over, guys. I'm just all I can do now is make funny sound effects. Ah, Mutal GG. Alrighty, and Mr. Predator takes game number 1. But it is a best of 3, guys. Anything can happen. And presumably they'll just make with the same names. I'll just keep sitting here refreshing. I don't know, I wonder why, like, every time I refresh, it just like, it loads one preview up. Do you see that? It just like loads a random game. I guess that's just the whole list refreshing, and it just picks the first one to display, and then it updates the filter or something. Like, it just doesn't update immediately, I guess. Alright guys, we're going into game 2. It's gonna be on Circuit Breaker. Alright, let's do it. The bottom right position as the yellow Zerg, we do have Predator. And at the bottom left, as the purple Zerg, we have Zero. And looks like both players are going to scout vertically, of course, since we are on Circuit Breaker. So there will be no, scouting advantage for either player this time. They've actually swapped positions here. So they were 5 and 7 in the last game as well, but this time Zero is on the left side and Predator is on the right side. Do I keep saying the wrong names? Oh my god. Guys, I'm actually still like super tired from yesterday's cast. Because not only did we like cast a really long time yesterday, but there was like all the organizational headaches and whatnot. Oh man. Forgive me, my friends. I am failing you in the name calling. So, what are the builds this time? Last time it was 12 pool versus 9 pool. The 9 pool wasn't able to do enough damage at the front. And so the 12 pool turtled up on spores and eventually won the game. So the question now is, what are the builds? Overlord, 12? 12 pool versus 12 pool? Or is somebody gonna be ballsy enough to 12 hatch? It is 12 pool versus 12 pool. Now this is what I like to see in ZvZ. We have no build order advantage, no scouting advantage. Everything is the same. You cannot blame any luck factor, anything out of control. Now the game is entirely in the player's hands, and it's all down to who plays the ZvZ better. This is what I want to see. You know, it's a bit unfortunate because sometimes, due to the scouting advantage, it's just really difficult for one player or the other. I mean, even if you go same builds, if one player gets a scout, the overload scout correctly, then it's a massive advantage in ZvZ. It just, it just happens that way, depending on the spawns. But here, we can see a true test of skill, the real knife fight of ZvZ. Overlord's heading into meet each other in the middle. By the way, Predator got his gas slightly earlier. You can see he's about 25-ish gas ahead of Zero. Now that's a very small difference, but I mean, 25 gas, for example, is the difference between a Scourge, a pair of Scourge, and a Muta in terms of the gas cost. Obviously, there's a mineral difference as well. Sorry about the beeping, by the way, guys. Don't worry, my house is not on fire. So, Zerglings now going to meet each other in the middle of the map. Although Zero actually being very careful with his Zerglings, and Predator being more aggressive, even though they've gone for the same build. It's very interesting to see kind of the mindset of these players here. Despite having the exact same resources, the exact same strategies, the 12 will expand. Did either of them make an extra drone? Nope, same drone counts. 9 on minerals plus 3 on gas. I think it's 3 on gas, right? Actually, there's 2 on gas here. Oh, wait. Maybe that's why. Maybe Zero made an extra drone, actually. I think Zero had an extra drone compared to Predator. Predator's just made one now, but Zero had 9 on minerals, 3 on gas. Predator had 9 on minerals, 2 on gas. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alrighty then. Well, Overlord's just checking out what's going on. 2 hidden lings for Predator. See, he's moving his Overlord up now. He wants to see when Zero's lings move out. As soon as these lings go for an attack, he can sneak these 2 lings in the back and potentially kill a couple of drones. Meanwhile, Zero not hiding any lings, just checking out the natural. Spire on the way, and Spire on the way. You can see the timing is virtually identical here. But interestingly, if you look at the gas counts, Zero has 100 more gas now than Predator. Predator actually has slightly more gas, but he only mined with 2 instead of 3 for a while. And I wonder if... Well, no, Zero does have speed, so neither of them skipped speed. But Zero has actually ended up 100 gas ahead of Predator, which is an entire Mutalisk, right? That's an entire Mutalisk worth of gas. And gas is the critical resource in this matchup. And here we go. Here's a big attack. Now he sees it. Keep an eye on the minimap. Those 2 lings are going to go in the back. These 2 lings, they're going to wait for these lings to run out. Oh, but look at this. Look at this. Zero knows it's risky, but he didn't check the right position. He checked the top of the ramp. Now the Zerglings are going into his main base. How many drones will he lose? Good reaction time from Zero, but he might still lose one of his drones here. It's going to be incredibly close. No. Nice save here by Zero. Very, very smart, knowing that was a huge possibility when he moved out. The Overlords saw it at the front, by the way, because the Overlords now are moving away from each other's bases, because as soon as the mutas come out, they're going to start attacking these. So you want to give yourself a bit of distance, allow the possibility of saving your Overlords. Interestingly, Predator moved his Overlords out way sooner than Zero. You can see, look at the minimap. Predator's Overlords are all the way out there on the minimap, and Zero's is only just now leaving the main base. So this Overlord from Zero is almost certainly going to be killed off, whereas Predator's Overlords have the chance to live. They won't necessarily, like, they could still be picked off by mutas, but they're kind of in the contested area of the map, so Predator can actually fight for them if he desires. Alright, what is happening here in the base? A couple of lings actually dying now. Scourge coming in though! Oh, he's only got 3. No, he's got 4 mutas. He can't micro them down quite well. Second gas finishing. Looks like Predator's already been mining his second gas, actually. So he's actually caught up on the gas count, although it's hard to say now. I can't really measure it very accurately anymore from the banks, because they've actually made some units now, so it's hard to say who's actually overall ahead on the gas. I think Predator was ahead, right? Or wait, no, it was Zero. Oh my god, I completely forgot now. One person was 100 gas ahead, but now I can't really say. And apparently, Nogram versus Bonif has been confirmed as well, although, given that we're still in this game. I mean, I guess if Predator wins this game, we have a chance to make it there. If they hold the game for us, but no promises. Meanwhile, one Zergling from Zero moving in here, not quite going to do anything. Predator actually behind quite a bit of supply for some reason. I guess Zero had been a drone ahead from the early game. I guess maybe he droned up a little bit more as well. 8, 9 on minerals, 6 on gas. 6, 7, 8, 9 on minerals, 6 on gas. The drone count appears to be dead even, but Predator did make Scourge, whereas Zero has made, I think, only Muta so far, and has actually done an okay job of microing against Predator's Scourge. Alright, we actually interestingly have a creep here. Predator's slightly worried about some kind of Zergling attack, even though we've moved on completely to the airphase. I mean, you know, having Zergling attacks come into the natural while your mutas fight somewhere else or fight in the main is actually pretty common Pretty common strategy. But I'm surprised at how much supply lead Zero has been able to take in this game, despite no significant, really, engagements happening yet. And looks like, oh, couple of Scourge getting micro down. 3 Scourge escaping. I guess it must just be that Zero has been consistently microing down Predator's Scourge, and Predator just throwing in these small groups of Scourge, just trying to catch Zero kind of out of position or not paying attention. But that's actually wasting so many resources. And now Zero is going in. Does he have an upgrade? He does not have an upgrade. Neither player has an upgrade, but I think Zero has a lot more mutas. He's got a lot more Scourge for sure. Actually, the muta count is very, very close, but instead of throwing away his Scourge, Zero actually bringing them all in at the same time as the mutalisks flying down the right side of the map here. 5 mutas remaining for Predator against the 6, 7, 8, 9 of Zero, although he's lost track of one of his mutas, but it doesn't even matter. Completely annihilating Predator's Air Force, and GG. We are 1-1 and going to a game 3 just like that. Just like that, the game is over. And Zero playing it so patiently, just taking down Scourge after Scourge after Scourge, does take the second game.